go to line 274-5297. Richard, you're on with Wayne Anthony with War.
Hi, Mr. Ross. How you doing?
Good.
So I have a question for you. I was at the pro-Second Amendment meeting, and what can we do about this, that we have to notify the police that we're carrying a firearm? I think Anchorage has got a wonderful police department, but that infringes on my rights, and isn't it against the Constitution, the Fourth Amendment? And what can we do to get rid of this law?
There's there's arguments both ways on that subject, but the law says that if you're approached by a police officer in an official capacity, you should notify him if you're carrying a concealed weapon, and that's for the officer's safety. We all want police officers to be safe, and if they're not notified, then they can presume that the person that they find carrying is not a law-abiding citizen. We should be doing everything we can to put the police at ease and let them feel confident that they have a friend who's also a law-abiding citizen who's carrying.
So you think this is a good thing?
Well, I think it's a necessary thing.
Yeah, okay. Well, I appreciate your advice, and so I agree with you. And thank you very much.
Thanks, Richard. Appreciate that. 274-5297. Wayne Anthony Ross is my guest here. We're talking about his appointment process and confirmation process, I guess. The appointment process went well.
The appointment process went well, and the governor issued a lovely proclamation that I was pleased to send to all the relatives and people, showing that I had been appointed to the job and that she put great confidence in me, etc., etc. And
I think it comes down to people with passion, with convictions, with principles, and are not afraid to voice those. Are really, according to the liberals, are restricted from participating in the political scene.
Well, you got a great example of that in the Miss America contest recently.
Exactly. There you go. Wayne Anthony Ross. We'll be right back. All right, and back we are, 4:23 in the afternoon. War is my guest, talking about his appointment and confirmation process. What a disappointment. I believe it was a loss for Alaska, not a loss to Wayne. I love what I'm doing, no matter what I do. You love what you're doing, and, you didn't lose. I mean, you were offering up. Someone had asked you to serve, and you said, you said, sure, I would. And then the legislature, and specifically there was some down there that are pretty despicable. I think that Hollis French was on the despicable list, and you're not saying this, and this is me, Eddie, saying this, and I think, what's his name down there in the, not Chenault, but the Senator Tom Wagner, I think it was a little despicable. I think that was cowardly, actually, what he did, talking because you had helped an opposing candidate of his, that was his justification. Come on, man, this is politics. I mean, you spend 30 years in this, 40 years in this town supporting different candidates. Next time it could have been Wagner. It just, to get on somebody because they supported this candidate one time, I thought that was cowardly by Senator Wagner. Let's get to the phones, though. 274-529-73. Let's go to Larry on line 3. Larry, you're on with War.
Mr. Ross, really nice to talk to you, and I'm real sorry that them people just could not see clearly what the state needed.
Well, I appreciate the comments. It was a very, very interesting experience, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, and one theory on this announcement that you made about the ethics complaint.
Yes.
For Eddie.
Yes.
I thought of this morning. You think possibly they could be doing this to bankrupt Sarah Palin and enrich the lawyers?
I don't know, Wayne. What is the tactics here? You've been around politics a long time. Obviously, she's had to create this fund to defend herself. That's spent $500,000, but the barrage, this constant attack, is that to bring to that? What do they call it? To knock her down, to make her less credible and all.
I think that's part of it, and it prevents her from doing the good things that she would like to do because she's got to spend time
keep her off stride.
Dealing with these vicious allegations that keep getting made. I mean, an allegation comes through that she wore a jacket that she shouldn't have worn. Come on.
Yeah, give me a break.
It's crazy stuff that's happening, and
all right.
I'm surprised she stays in the job, but she's a dedicated lady.
Stu on line 1-274-5297. Stu, go ahead.
Good afternoon. Wayne, I've known you since the 70s. I've known you from guns, from NRA. I supported you for 2 governor runs, and I even lobbied my elected officials this time when you ran for the AG's office, and I've even been a client of yours once. I'm just so disappointed, and I feel so badly, not just for you, but for us.
Yeah.
Well, don't feel badly for me, because I got up that morning and I said, the Lord, whatever you got in mind for me today is fine, and I'll accept it, and that's what he had in mind. So, but it would have been fun to represent all the people of Alaska.
All right,
hold on for 1 second.
Right,
Let me tell you one quick observation. The Democrats nationally and locally have learned that if they follow Republican candidates closely enough and for long enough, they will eventually catch us passing gas. Eventually.
Thanks, Stu. You're brilliant. Let's go to line 2, talk to Sandy. Sandy, you're on with War.
Hello. Of course, I've spoken up for Wayne Anthony Ross, and he doesn't need anybody to speak for him, really. What we need to do is get rid of that Hollis French and the rest of those dipsticks. And I'm sick of it because we could have had one hell of a attorney general and straighten out this state.
Sandy, I want you to call back later and tell me what you really think. All right, I gotta go. Thanks, Sandy. Let's go to line 4 and talk to Eddie, a man I know. Carrying my name. Eddie, go ahead.
Yeah. Hello.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, how you doing, Eddie?
All right.
Good. Listen, Wayne, I met you at Fred Meyer's selling Ronnie pins. You remember me?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, sir?
Just great.
You got the coup.
Yeah, they did.
You definitely got the coup, sir. I really feel bad.
Well, thanks. I'm still picking arrows out of my back.
There you go. Listen, you got the same email address, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm still starting up that website, so I just want to know if it's the same one.
All right, you bet.
All right, Eddie, thank you.
You bet, thank you.
Yep, thank you. Let's squeeze Jack in before the bottom of the hour. Jack, you're on with War.
Well, hello.
Yo.
Wayne Anthony Ross, I've never met you, but I admire you. You remind me of Judge Burke. I had the opportunity to catch Judge Burke after he had been turned down by some thin-thinking people, and told him how much I admired him and how much I admired his book. Well, I'll be dadgum if he didn't write another one. I welcome you to the book writing club.
Yeah.
I think it's wonderful. You're a strong man. You're a constitutionalist. You have opinions, and Judge Burke warned against that we're going to get a lot of mamby-pambies if you hold a man's opinions against him. So,
mamby-pambies, I like that.
Yes, well, anyway, you're a man among men, and we thank you, and I just want to say hello and best wishes to you.
Thanks for the kind words. Hey, I'm glad I came to this show, Eddie.
Yeah. Hey, it's not over with yet. We'll get some haters calling in here in a little bit. We encourage them because Mark called in. I want to talk to you about what he said about you defending some people. Okay, we'll talk about that right after the break with Wayne Anthony Ross.